We can play around with the new format once I get my act together.
What new format?
As far as the
segments?
Doing the segments 3 a week.
Yeah, I mean...
I keep talking about it, and I'm going to break it up, but I just haven't gotten down to it.
Well, we have to really narrow down. Maybe next week I'll try to get here a little earlier so we can narrow down how we're going to, because we just can't, there's 3 segments. We have to have a way to funnel it into each other.
Yeah.
We were talking about.
Totally.
They do it on the radio so smoothly. You listen to Preston and Steve. It's just they've been doing it for 27 years, but it's just so easy for them to, and they plan it. It's not just sitting there saying, they plan how they're going to move to one segment to the next.
Yeah, and that's what we'll do. And we have, it's a little different than radio because our segments are going to be days apart from one another. You know what I mean? So we'll have an intro and outro for each one, like it's its own separate show. Mm-hmm. And even if we record it all at once, and then it'll be a quick intro, quick outro, and that's it.
Since we got Gerry here, I got to ask you a question. There was something on the news the other night about a cop. I don't know where it was. I didn't watch the whole thing, but he called in a fake call. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
What was it?
California or something.
So why the fuck would he do that? Is he stupid or something?
What did he do?
I mean, I don't know anything about it, but I know that's probably a big no-no.
Apparently, he said that he was shot at by a sniper and had this big search to find this sniper. And it was fake.
You're wasting thousands of hours of manpower.
How do you do that?
Now he's going to get prosecuted.
Hey, man.
First off, cop jobs are hard to get. Second off, most of them pay pretty well, and this idiot's throwing it all away.
Yeah, I would say so.
I just didn't get...
What the fuck's wrong with this guy?
And he might go to jail because it's
right.
I forget what they said it was. It's some kind of crime. It's like calling in a bomb threat when there's no bomb and they catch who you are.
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't think the cops were real happy about being pulled off their regular shift to do a wild goose chase.
Right, for nothing.
No.
Nothing.
Right. And you find out
somebody else could be dying.
Right, exactly.
And you find out it's another cop that...
Yeah.
Because you automatically think that's legit.
Yeah, right.
Coming from
because
a cop.
it's another cop. You're like, oh, this guy's got to be... This is legit.
Yeah. Send the army.
Call the army.
Yeah, right. Get everybody in here.
Get me a helicopter here.
I just figured
it's Gerry.
Yeah, that's right.
It's Gerry. Someone's shooting Gerry.
Call Trump, too. I mean, call somebody.
Although we've debated on this show, I think Trump could shoot somebody on the front lawn of the White House and still get away.
Probably could, but...
He deserved it. Whatever.
Well, Are you guys ready?
I'm in.
Yep.
All right. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Nick, John, and Jamie Show. I'm John.
I'm Nick.
And...
I'm Gerry.
Yeah. Yes.
Substitute for Jamie is
You
Gerry.
are Gerry.
Yeah,
Welcome, Gerry.
The beginning sounds the same. Jamie, Gerry.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, it begins with a J. Yeah,
well, not mine doesn't.
Yours is, it's a weird name.
Well, because it's a nickname.
Is it? I didn't realize.
First name's Gerald.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Gotta go with Gerry.
That's good to know.
Gerry with a G.
Gerry, because I always saw that on your name on Facebook, and I'm like, we call him Gerry.
Yeah.
Shannon's like, that doesn't make sense. And I'm like,
well, now you can tell her why.
And now I can tell her why.
Yeah, what else? Jerome would be Gerry, too.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
My friend's name is Gerry. That's his name with a J.
Yeah.
But his nickname is
like Tom and Jerry.
Correct.
His nickname is
His
G?
nickname is J.
He's shortened Gerry, which is already a nickname.
To Jay.
To Jay.
Yeah.
He didn't give himself that nickname, right?
I think his parents probably did.
Do you guys ever have nick? I mean, besides
my dad used to call me Mike. I don't know why. My name was Nick, and that's not a fucking joke. Hey, Mike, you know my name's Nick, Dad, right?
And his name's Nick, right?
No, my dad's name was Ted. I have another brother that we didn't know about that was named Nick too. That's a whole fucking other story. God, what would you do without Ancestry.com and all this?
Your dad was from Greece and his name was Ted?
I forget how you
it's a short.
It's Theodore, but Theodosius.
I actually
is real Greek.
Love how the Greek people change their first name to something you can pronounce in English.
They did.
I have a friend of mine. No, seriously, I have a friend of mine. He owns a beer store in Westchester, and his first name is, I can't pronounce it, but he goes by Bill.
Oh, really?
Yeah. How fucking cool is that? I mean,
because they're smart. I mean, let's be honest. Why keep your? I mean, yes, if you're running a business, just have an easy name.
Yeah, he goes by Bill.
Go by Bill.
But there's a handful of Asian guys that I worked with, and They automatically, well, not they, like everybody, but the ones that I've worked with have shortened their name. Like it could be something very unique to China.
They're all Lee, right?
Well, how dare you? But they'll straight up change it to something totally Americanized.
But didn't Bruce Lee do that? His name wasn't Bruce, right?
I'm not sure.
Buddy's my name. He's Greek. His first name is actually Harasimo, but he goes by Gerry with a J.
Oh, really?
Does he really?
Yeah.
He must like you a lot.
Yeah. Well, he got his nickname before he knew me, but just saying. Just saying.
He's like, I like that Gerry.
What's your name? Harasimo? What's your name? Gerry. I'm Gerry too.
I like that.
We are Gerry. Our neighbor, Cleo, he's Cleanthus. But he shortens it up. It's not.
Yeah.
He didn't go with Steve.
That'd be kind of cool, though, Steve.
From Cleanthus?
Yeah.
I think Cleanthus is badass.
It is badass, yeah.
That's
Is that his first
We
name?
are Sparta, yeah.
That's his first name. See, yeah, I'm Nicholas. That is my grandfather's name was Nicholas.
Yeah.
It might have been somewhat differently said in Greek, but as far as I know, and
I think Nicholas is Nicholas in Greek.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know because like all those names like come over differently.
There's a bunch of people of Greek heritage, and
my brother is Greek. My sister has a Georgia is her name. Cindy is Cynthanthi. Mary is the only one that's not named after a Greek.
She's named after the Virgin Mother.
Or my grandma.
Or that.
That works too.
All right, let's get into it. So this week in the box office.
Yeah, it was shit.
This is the movie I was shitting on, Angels Fallen.
Yeah, and
Why were you shitting on it? I want to see
because it just looked like it had the
it's
same
the third run in this
So
series,
I always have a problem
because
with
it had London is Fallen. Now it's Angel.
Well, no, what was the first one? The first one wasn't London.
The White House fell.
Yeah, but what was it called?
What was it called? The first one.
Shoulders.
No,
Atlas
something
Shrugged.
fallen. Something fallen.
Oh, yeah.
Eagles fallen. No, something
Not
like
Eagle.
that.
No.
But anyway, it was the same premise.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And
The second one was England.
yes,
Right.
London is fallen.
Right. And then the third one now they're saying
Eagle.
he was a bad Secret Service agent? Is that the premise behind it?
I guess, but he was good in the other two movies.
Wasn't he a gladiator too?
No, he wasn't. That was Russell Crowe.
No, he was in 300.
That's
300's a
what it is.
badass movie, dude.
I love that
that
movie.
movie. I don't like the second one, but 300,
second
man,
one's trash.
whew, 300
First
is
one's awesome.
well. That's all sprayed on, but he still got jacked for that movie. But it's all sprayed
Well, they asked me to star in that movie first, but I told them I was busy.
yeah.
You know what's
Dude,
cool? I want to go on a little history point about that movie, the 300. You know where that point where they,
The Hot Gates.
No, not the hot gates, but that was true. But
Yeah.
when this was actually quoted in the movie, when a guy goes, "Our arrows will block out the sun," and the one Spartan says, "Well, we'll fight in the shade." That
Yeah.
was actually a true quote from back then.
That's badass, dude.
Yeah,
You know who that was?
I watched a documentary about the movie, and this historian got on and said that was actually Leonidas' right hand man. I forget his name.
That was a young Michael Fassbender.
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Yeah. So, but actually, it was about 300 to 1 between men the ratio because the Greeks actually had about 10,000 Spartan. There was 300 Spartans there, but there was actually about 10,000 total Greeks.
Jesus.
So, but the Persians, they always say it was like 2 million, but it really wasn't 2 million. It was like 300.
That movie's so cool, man. Like it's where what's his name? Zack Snyder was at his peak when he's always been good at slow-mo and style and painting these because he did Superman.
That is, I mean, I'll be honest with you. That's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
That's his masterpiece.
Absolutely.
It's just such a unique portrayal of a movie, especially a period piece. It just has that it has that Spartan feel to it.
Yeah. It's got a very comic book feel to it, too.
It does, but it also it goes past that.
Yeah.
For me, it resonates a little more.
Yeah. Lena
'Cause
Headey was in that, too.
Yeah.
Sexy, yeah.
She was banging in that.
Ooh, holy moly.
Yeah.
A moment. Having a vapors, Gerry. Getting the vapors.
I think that's when she was married to Braun.
Yeah, probably.
And they hate each other now.
She got a little Spartan excitement. So Good Boys is number 2 in the box office with, by the way, Angels Fallen did $21 million.
And it's number 1?
Yeah, it's number 1.
Yeah, but
It's August, man.
There's really nothing out there. 21 million for...
Is John Wick 3 still out there?
John Wick 3.
No, I don't think it is. I think it's on
Because
rental.
Donna just sent me a text today because I want to see it. And she said it's on Amazon Video already.
Yeah. I think it's because you can buy it right now. I don't think you can rent it. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I don't see it anywhere.
I want to see it too, but I'm going to wait until I can rent it. Because I don't want to own it.
I have gift certificates to a movie.
Oh, do you?
So I just want to use them, but
I got a lot too. Do you know I was going through my fucking
Your birthday gifts?
birthday gifts in the last couple years. I have over $100 of AMC. I never go to an AMC. We always go to fucking Movie Tavern.
Yeah.
yeah, the
Dude,
movie
when
tab
I-
was
because-
badass.
Oh, I love it. That's why we always go there.
Yeah, dude, I was looking for Movie Tavern gift because I gave you a gift certificate.
Yeah.
And I was looking for Movie Tavern gift certificate. I couldn't find it. I was like, yeah, whatever. You're getting AMC then.
China recently told me a couple weeks ago that I couldn't see any more movies for a while. And I'm like, because, budgeting and all. And I'm like,
going through your gifts.
guys, like, holy shit, I got 100. I'm seeing some movies. Yeah. There's my movies. But the reality is, I was looking through movies coming up. There's not really there's some that look good. But is it really like, oh my God, I got to go to the movies to check that out? Not really. I'm not an it guy.
Well, you got to go see it, man.
I don't want to see it. I didn't even see the fucking first one.
Yeah.
Nick has clown issues.
I do from the original It.
I'm not a fan of that
Yeah.
genre.
Neither am I. The horror.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
I don't mind thrillers. Horror, I can't fucking deal with it, dude. Not that it scares me too much. It's just
it just don't do anything for me.
nah.
A good one, man. Get you charged up.
I went to horror movies when I was younger for the chicks. I don't care now.
Yeah, because you're happily married.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
Happily distracted. No, I'm kidding. I really
depends on the day.
Yeah, right? Depends on the night if I get enough sleep.
That's right. Isn't that crazy? How that's like a cruel joke, It's like, you want to talk about irony? That's what Alanis Morissette should have put in. She should have been put in like, the irony of when you're a kid, you never want to go to sleep. And then all anybody wants you to do is lay down for a nap.
Yeah.
And then when you're older, you would give your left nut for a nap.
Especially if you have young kids.
Dude, I think
Right? It's exactly.
I think there should be a rule that everybody should get 20-minute naps during the day.
Hell yeah.
So I worked with these guys in the UK. In the middle, worked for one of the biggest banks on the planet. Had some guys that we were training from our Beijing office. They came in. It was just one row it was open floor plan, so it was probably about 8 of the Chinese employees that were sitting there. They were learning how to code and support the site in China.
It was like Bill, Tom, they all changed their name, right?
Very good. And they needed a handler because they weren't, fluent in English. They, they weren't familiar with the culture or anything like that. So there was just someone to take care of them while they came and learned how to do their thing. But I'll never forget going by them. I think it was 8 guys. Right 20 minutes into lunch hour, everybody had their head down. They were taking a nap. It was like, they all ate lunch at their desk, 20 minutes, ate the lunch. Right at the 20-minute mark, everybody put their head down for a nap. And I was like, that's brilliant.
You know what it is I was just thinking, you just hit on something. I think that whole Muslim thing is bullshit. I think they just want to retire, break.
Get out of here!
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
For
so many people were pissed off. I said that. I believe.
I'll tell you what.
They absolutely
We just can't take naps in my job. Or just we got to stagger them.
No,
there's 8 guys. We're going to all 8 guys take a nap at the same time.
You're telling me there's no cop that ever took a nap in his patrol car?
Never.
I mean, there may have been, but I'm not one of them.
No, I'm kidding.
No, I know you are.
I'll tell you what. That's the cliche, right? The guard in the bank, taking a nap while the burglars or the criminals come in.
We're really getting off topic here, but it reminds me of the Seinfeld episode when George bought the security guard a rocking chair.
That's right.
And he fell asleep in a rocking chair and they got robbed.
That's a great show. All right, so let's finish off the box office. So there's The Overcomer. You guys know about this movie?
I've never heard of it.
What?
It's it's fourth in the third in the box office. It did what did it do? It did
What the fuck is it about?
Third in the box office. Did $8 million. I have no idea. I think it's one of those Holy Roller movies. You know? And it's about a guy going back to baseball, I think.
I don't care.
Yeah. I'm almost
I don't mean to be rude, but it sounds like something.
There's these movies that have been coming out from time to time. I don't know if this is it, but they're movies that come in on like the guise of a legit movie that you might see, but then it's like they'll start to pepper the language in. It's like, and then it happened, and he got a voice from God or some shit like that, you know. But it's not as overt as that,
right?
And you're like, you're trying to sneak in a religious movie on me,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, obviously we still got a strong religious presence in the United States because it wound up doing third in the box office. But doing third in the box office at $8 million is not that big a deal. But then again, $5 million budget. Okay, Fast and the Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw, still in the top 5, $8 million, $200 million budget. That movie is made well over $300 million. Made almost $600 million.
So the Fast and Furious franchise is still living large.
What do they get? Like number 17?
They'll have like...
They're coming out with like number 9, I think.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's the only way Vin Diesel's going to keep his fucking shit
He's
going.
shitting his pants right now. Are you kidding me?
Because he has fucking nothing else, man. That motherfucker can't act, and The Rock called him out.
No, he can't act, but he's making movies.
No, what I mean, he's totally making movies, but The Rock called his shit out, and ever since then, he's not in fucking nothing.
Well, it's funny, man.
Fest.
I heard two different stories. Same thing, but two blaming the other. One blaming the other. One was that Vin Diesel was kind of unprofessional and showed up late on set, and then the other is that The Rock was a prima donna on set.
Oh, I could see that.
I could see that,
yeah.
But in the end, I'm sorry.
That's going to tarnish The Rock's reputation.
I'm going to lean towards The Rock, man. That guy's so fucking lovable. I could give a shit what he does off set. He just got fucking married, and now he's in a movie with Olivia Blunt coming out.
What do you think that prenup looked like?
Oh, rock solid, I'm sure.
Rock solid, pun intended.
Unintended. Absolutely.
Seriously, man, that's an awkward conversation.
Oh, not for him. Because dude does Ballers. You ever watch Ballers?
Yeah. Last season.
Fucking great show.
It's a good show.
I gotta get caught up on the last season because I kind of I kind of got tied up with other stuff. But I love the first season. So good. Second season was good.
Yeah, it's
good.
I mean,
he's
5 seasons.
He's just a man in it. And it made, what's his face, his career. Who's the son of Denzel Washington? What's his name?
Oh, I know who you're talking about because he was in Black Klansman.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
He was really good in Black Klansman. And we already talked about that movie, so
5th in the box office, Lion King, still making money. Yeah.
And I didn't think it was good.
The remake?
The remake.
Yeah, it wasn't good, man. It was okay, but compared to the original, nowhere near it.
6 weeks in the box office, $1.5 billion.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's why Disney keeps making these fucking
billion after billion after billion, and they scoop it up. I'm wondering if they're ever going to get to a place of monopoly.
Who, Disney?
Yeah,
they could. It depends on other companies if they buy them out or they start failing.
Yeah,
and they start absorbing. But with streaming, it's going to be hard to be in a monopoly now because you got so many people in a cookie jar. Like you got Amazon. You got Apple trying to get in there because you can make big budget movies for pennies on the dollar now. It doesn't have to be the big budgets of old.
Well, you can, and if it's just a business opportunity, you can make really good movies.
But I question some of their quality. Like some of the Netflix original movies don't impress me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Netflix is the kind of company that we'll just make a bunch and see what sticks on the wall.
Yeah, but that's you're wasting your fucking money at that point. You would think you want to get something that's going to bring people to you rather than these movies that I don't want to watch half of them.
You're right. I was talking to my buddy Joe, who's really smart in business, and he said Netflix is just dumping money, and they're actually in the red.
Yeah,
and it's like weird how they're doing it. They're trying to do the Amazon way, but Amazon was different.
But Amazon's way better than Netflix.
Oh, yeah. Well, Netflix started taking one off of Amazon with shows and limiting it to like 10 or less episodes. Because people don't, I don't want to watch a 13, 20-some fucking episode on a binge. It's too much. You know, I don't have the fucking time,
Well,
dude.
maybe they should take the route that CBS On Demand
Fuck them.
is doing and releasing them once a week.
Well, no, that's what Disney's going to do.
I hate
I mean,
that.
like the last time I watched Bosch, season 5 or 6, whatever they're in, I watched all 10 like in 3 days.
What is it, Bosch?
Now I'm mad at myself because it's over.
What is it? What is it?
It's an Amazon series.
I seen
I didn't watch
it.
it.
Is it good?
Oh fuck yeah!
What's it about?
He's an LAPD detective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen it like over and over again, and I
freaking
haven't.
awesome,
I
dude.
just haven't selected.
Can I ask you guys a question? Do you ever get this anxiety? I have this little anxiety about watching new shows. I
Yes.
go on Amazon Prime. I'm like, looks good. Do I really want to invest my
Yeah.
time? Then I move on.
Wait. What's the point of your angst? Is it that you're afraid you're going to get hooked in, or you're afraid you're going to waste your time with like 2 or 3 episodes?
Yes,
that's mine
that's
too,
my
dude.
angst. I'm like, I'm going to watch 2 or 3 episodes thinking it's going to pick up, and it fucking doesn't. And then I waste 4 hours of my fucking life.
I usually give it 15 minutes. Now I gotta go to the next one.
But see, you know what? I've done that. I got hit with a couple of shows that I did that, and then people were like 6 months later, did you try this show? And I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah. It's like, oh, it picks up after the 3rd fucking episode.
Well, I don't want to watch 3 to like the rest.
Yeah.
I agree with you there. Like,
And
Game
like,
of Thrones
when we
was
did
awesome from the
first
beginning.
10 minutes,
Ending's a different story.
the first 10 minutes in The Wire, I was hooked.
I still haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
but The Wire's good. The Wire's an excellent show from episode 1.
All the way to the last one.
But there is a definitely shift when it gets to season 3,
Oh, absolutely.
where you're like, it was really good. God damn, it's good right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, like, I get a pretty good judge of stuff. Like 15. Oh, this sucks. Next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
Ah,
You got superpower.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but
Well, that's my angst. I have an angst about these things because I want to. I like Sneaky Pete or whatever Jamie fucking talks about. But then again, I shouldn't take what Jamie says because he never finishes anything. But I want to watch it. But it's like, see, the thing about these shows that like, you know, the sci-fi shows I'll probably always click on, but the dramas like, you know, Breaking Bad, I really got to. Because I know myself. Once I get in, I get in. That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I'm scared mainly because if it sucks. But if it's really good, I'm going to be fucked because that's all I'm going to want to do. My kids are going to be screaming. I'm going to be like,
yeah.
shut up.
And I don't understand how they release them. Like the other one I've been watching on Amazon is Hannah.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. We like
Okay,
it.
where's the next season?
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, so's Christmas.
Well, the first
I mean,
season,
like, stop.
it just got released like 6 months ago.
No, it didn't. It's been out for like a year.
Has it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been about a year.
I heard they got greenlit for. Well,
Dude,
Amazon.
what are you
other
worried
one,
about?
Which
Are
other one? The other one, Jason Bateman. They haven't released season 3
Ozark.
yet. Ozark. What the fuck are
Dude,
they
you gotta
doing?
give them time to make it.
Dude, you're out of time. I want to see these shows.
I just finally got found that they're going to do a season 2 of Jack Ryan, Super Soaked.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that first season too.
Yes,
Again, another one.
Second season should be coming out early next year. I heard.
Yeah,
Early
you gotta
next
give them
year.
time to make it, Jerry.
I'm not patient. I'm not a patient person.
You gotta stagger your entertainment. Stagger it.
Has anybody watched any of the Apple TV, or is that not out yet?
I haven't watched it.
What do you mean, Apple TV?
Apple's got a streaming service.
Apple has
Oh,
a
they
streaming
have
service.
streaming now?
Because Jennifer Aniston's in one where it's
so
like
hot.
Yeah, she's still hot.
Yeah.
dude. Like a news anchor thing. Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of news anchor, did you see Charlize Theron as what's her fucking face?
Oh, Bombshell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She looks like, oh my God. It was like for Kelly, whatever.
She looks better than she did in the Italian Job?
No.
Oh,
just
boy.
how, but she always looks great. But
Yeah.
the Italian Job, she was beautiful.
hot.
But no, she's the news anchor. Nicole Kidman and Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
It's like whatever happened between the three of them. She's a dead ringer she looks exactly like, what's her, Kelly something?
I know who you're talking about. She had her own talk show.
Right.
I don't know what they did. It looks like I barely
looks like
even
her.
recognize her.
I know. I didn't know it was Charlize Theron. I was like, holy fuck. And it's coming out at Netflix? Is it Netflix it's coming out on?
It is coming out. No, I think it's an
I'm sorry
actual
to break
movie.
up. It's a movie? Yeah, it's a movie. But I
Yeah.
think it's a Netflix. Or no, it's a movie. It's coming to, yeah.
Yeah, it's an actual movie, starring Shirley.
I don't
Theron,
know who the other
Nicole
two were
Kidman,
supposed to be.
Margot Robbie.
I don't know who Nicole Kidman and Margot Robbie are supposed to be, but she was like, my God. I was like, is that fucking her?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's you know
Sorry.
it's
Well, don't be sorry. Just talk about weird things.
I didn't think because I saw the names come up and when they were all getting in the elevator, and I was like, they just said Charlize Theron.
Then you have to really look at the eyes.
I
And
was
you're
like, that doesn't even what the. She was in The Long Shot. I saw that with Seth Rogen.
I want to see that. It looks funny.
It is pretty funny. It's not fantastic or like I wouldn't write home about
the fact
it, but it's
that
good.
a fat guy like him gets with her, I'm happy.
Dude, there's this one scene.
I am happy. It's just, why do you think I watch Big Bang? It's because the geek gets with the fucking hot chick. It makes the world.
And that's another one.
Yeah, dude.
God.
That's my all pass.
Hell yeah.
But there's a scene where like they've already had sex. Spoilers. I'm going to spoil.
Yeah.
But they've already had sex.
I figured they would have sex.
Yeah, and then I think it's in the trailer too. But there's this one scene where they're like all hot for each other. That's how you know it's fiction because there's no way this 6-foot statuesque blonde would be interested in.
Whoa, if he's a billionaire, you know, come on.
In the movie, she is Secretary of State, and he's a out of work reporter that's overweight and slovenly.
You know
Yeah,
what?
but
Some women like
That's
funny
almost
guys.
like a cake,
There's no
dude.
connection there.
I'm trying to reach it, Art Jerry. I'm trying to reach it. I'm trying to make it believable
What's
in
the
my
two-
head.
It'd be like me having an affair with Jennifer Garner. She's like, "Who's this guy?
Yeah.
Get him out of here."
Although I think she's more down to earth than you think.
Jennifer Gardner.
Oh yeah, I used to love her in Alias.
That was a great series.
Oh, I loved it. Loved it. I've rewatched Alias like.
Yeah, that's my hall pass.
Fi-
by the
Yeah,
way,
she's hot.
Oh yeah, dude. I've always been a brunette guy.
What's
man.
in your wallet?
That's not my wallet, and my pants are tight. All right, back to the news. Eddie Murphy is returning to
Saturday Night Live as a host?
Saturday Night Live is a fucking joke.
What do you mean? It's good.
No, it's not. It's not funny anymore.
What?
I don't even, no, it's
That whole Trump thing last year with Alec Baldwin.
It's lost all of its freaking
Alec
luster for me.
Baldwin, you can't tell me that wasn't funny.
No,
with
I
Trump.
don't know anything. No, it's not like it used to be.
When was the last time you really enjoyed it?
10, 15 years ago.
What, like-
Chevy Chase.
Oh, that was like 40 years ago.
Okay, well,
dude.
whatever. I might be
Chevy
dating
Chase
myself
was the
here.
first fucking season, dude.
That was when it was funny. I'm just not impressed with it.
Bill
Yeah,
Murray
they've
was
had
funny.
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. Do you know Bill Murray and Chevy Chase actually got in a fist fight?
Really?
Yeah. And Bill Murray, they said they were just talking about it. I think it was Preston and Steve. They were talking about it, and they said if you knew Bill Murray, it's so hard to piss him off.
Yeah.
He actually went after Chevy Chase
No kidding.
because that's how much of a dick Chevy Chase was.
Yeah,
back
well,
then.
Chevy Chase used to get harassed by Stern all the time, and he was a cop.
I like Howard Stern. Always have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he used to torture him. He'd get people that would crank call up Chevy Chase and like get his maid on the line, and then they'd start harassing his maid, and then Chevy would get on, and as soon as you act indignant, you've lost.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like
just
you
gotta
just
go with
showed
it.
your belly, and I'm
You just
going to
gotta-
cut
with
you.
Howard Stern, I would feel you just got to go with it because
Absolutely.
if you don't, he's gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah,
dude.
he's
like-
gonna. Yeah, you're done.
You're done.
Yeah.
Just go with it, and he'll be like, "Ah, man, look at this guy. He's a good spirit."
Yeah.
It's like you got to be able to be self-deprecating. It's like it's how you survive in the schoolyard. Like if you go and
It's how you survive in Hollywood, dude. If you're not, then you're fucked.
I know, but it's very
Especially nowadays with fucking Twitter and all that shit. If
Yeah.
you let that shit get to you, you're not going to be in Hollywood much longer.
No, you're going to crumble. But like when you're a kid and you're in the schoolyard, if you learn the defense mechanism, if someone picks on a shortcoming of yours and you go like, "Oh man, look at how short you are. What are you doing, small fry?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm short enough." And you turn it into something funny but self-deprecating, you can kind of get by. But if you go and you start tearing up and you start acting like a puss, then you just shown your vulnerability and the blood's in
Which
the water.
happened to me a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got beat up a lot.
Well, you lived in a rough neighborhood.
Leadham's so rough.
Yeah, but he's returning to SNL. He hasn't been host of SNL for 35 years.
Maybe he'll make it
Well-
funny again.
Well, he was great on it, but maybe that's what the ride along with Jerry Seinfeld and him talking
Sure.
about. Maybe this is him putting his foot in the water because you do that whole stand up in the beginning, like you host.
Yeah, I think Eddie Murphy's funny.
Yeah.
Well, back in the day, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still kind of funny, but it's like him. He hasn't stretched that muscle in a long time.
yeah,
so
he admitted it, and he copped to it in the Jerry Seinfeld riding in comedians riding in cars having coffee.
And stand-up is,
He said that muscle atrophy.
I always found stand-up is more about about the times. You know what I mean? How you relate to them. Like, you watch Eddie Murphy's old shit, it's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
I laugh.
Yeah.
We're all delirious. It's just fantastic.
Sure.
But how much would it actually play today?
Yeah,
We love it.
He needs new material.
New material, but you also have to be a component of the times, like good, like input.
Yeah.
That's why so many people pick on Trump, because it's so easy to go that route.
It's very topical too.
It's very topical, but there's so many other things. Like we talk about it all the time. So many people are sensitive about what you say nowadays, so it's hard.
Yeah.
That's why I like late night.
Kilborn.
No. Kimmel's funny, but he always does Trump. But I was talking about Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, Kimmel's
Love Kimmel because I always feel like he's funny. He's
He's quick.
He's quick, but he also has that emotional component that he puts in there that I love.
Yeah.
and I think
Like what's his face is too goofy.
yeah, he's like a big kid, Fallon.
Yeah, it's too goofy.
I think with
He is weird.
yeah, I mean he's a cup of tea. He's not everybody's cup of tea. I should
Well, that's
say.
why I think Kimball's like a good go between Fallon and Coburn.
I still like
It's
David
it's a good
Letterman
one.
better.
Letterman's awesome,
And Johnny Carson.
but I like Letterman.
See, I never liked Carson,
You
but
didn't
it
like
was before my time.
I thought he was funny.
Carson was
Johnny, he just called us old.
We are.
I didn't say John. Oh,
Jerry's only a year older than me.
I know. He's showing it more though.
But Carson,
Drinking the brown over there.
Carson was like the familiar voice that you grew up with. It was the one
Yeah.
your parents,
Yeah.
would watch.
He's the original.
Yeah.
He created the whole late night show.
I mean, there was definitely stuff before Carson, but Carson was the apex.
Oh yeah, he was the man. I mean, they all wanted to be him. What the hell was his?
All the comedians.
Leno wanted to be him.
I was never a big Jay Leno fan.
Leno was okay, but you ever see?
He was okay. He's
there
not
was a
Johnny
movie
Carson.
they made called
Night Shift.
The Night Shift between the two of them, and I love the actor they got to play Letterman. It's like, dude, you fucking are Letterman.
Yeah,
it was
he crushed
awesome.
it.
But it was really good. It was really telling how, I don't know how true it was or how much they made it up for Hollywood.
Yeah.
But Jay Leto it wasn't so much him, it was his agent at the time, manager. But
Got him the deal, man.
got him the deal, but he allowed it to happen too. He pushed Carson out the door.
Yeah.
Speaking of Night Shift, you ever see the movie Night Shift?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a
Great
Henry
movie.
Winkler
Oh yeah.
and
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
It's a great movie, man.
That's a nice frame.
It was so funny because that's an older movie, man.
Yeah, but it's awesome.
But the thing that shocked me about that movie is that my only point of reference for Henry Winkler before that was the
Fonz.
The Fonz, right?
Well,
Right.
the Fonz is everything for him. But then nobody realizes he became a big producer.
Did
What,
he really?
after
Like all this.
after Happy Days?
Yeah, he was a producer for a lot
I
of
believe
shows.
it.
Huh.
Yeah,
The sitcoms.
the sitcoms. He was a producer for a lot of shows.
Yeah, but that was jarring to me because I'm a kid and I remember I don't know if it came on
And
cable.
he's like the anti-Fonz. If you ever
he's
met him.
like real meek and
Probably like was a dork in high school and shit. And then all of a sudden he comes out, he's the fucking coolest dude on
How many
TV.
people did you know in drama club growing up that were cool? You know what I mean? I mean, let's be real. I mean, it's totally different. But when we were growing up, if you were in band or drama or AV or any of the stuff that is now, yeah, just
Look at that fridge of
There you go.
loveliness in there.
Thank you,
Muscle
sir.
milk. You got to drink a couple of them.
have the muscle milk with the bourbon.
Yeah, there you go.
Literally beer muscles.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
But damn it, I lost my train. Oh yeah, if you were on any of those paths, now it doesn't. Dude, my oldest just freshman in high school, right? Just started on Monday. Big deal. You
Oh
know?
yeah, freshman. Yeah,
Big deal. It's a big it's the way it's impressed upon the kids. It's like very intimidating.
well, first of all, did you check out that high school?
Dude, that high school's
It's
amazing.
a fucking college campus. Yeah.
Ruston? Yeah, it's
it's
insane.
a college campus.
Yeah.
That's just not right, man. I grew up
Oh,
in
yeah.
a fucking Ridley.
Dude.
Our shit was like fucking rinky dink, nails in the fucking boards of the floor, you know.
Oh, they're 200-year-old schools. But it feels like it. We're looking at all the things that they could do, extracurricular activities.
Mm-hmm.
One is D&D. Like
Dungeons and Dragons?
Dragons?
Yeah, dude. It's all clubs. Like if I was to go,
Are you serious?
If I stopped playing.
Fucking no way, man. I would got my shit put in
No
the locker
shit,
for that
man.
shit.
That's
You're
exactly
D&D, get the fuck in that locker.
Nerd, get in the locker. Okay.
You ain't playing D&D in our school, man. First of all, I didn't know what D&D would stand for.
D&D.
The jock would be like, D&D? What? Probably get away with it.
That's interesting. How do they play that now? They don't play it like we used to play it.
Yeah, dude.
On sheets of paper with dice and
Paper, dice,
You still got to do it that way. I mean,
trifold to cover the DM stuff.
I get it. Yeah.
D&D's, man. I played a little bit with my brother and his friends. I never actually played with my buddies because, yeah, they wouldn't have played it. They would have made fun of my ass.
I had a Vorpal knife or Vorpal.
You played?
I did. I had a
No
Vorpal.
kidding.
Yeah.
You didn't get that impression from him?
Yeah, I was like, I'm a closet Dungeons and Dragons guy.
Nice.
Don't you? They're coming out with a show for that.
See
but
how
anyway.
you gravitated to the basement?
Yeah. I had a Vorpal blade when I
So
was.
did you? Real quick, did you?
I had a Vorpal blade.
I love this guy. Did you watch any of the Stranger Things?
Should I?
Yes, they told. That's
Wait, don't even tell him. Don't even tell him. Watch the first episode. You and I are about the same age.
It's
right?
total 80s, man.
Watch the first episode.
It would be exactly the time period when you were that young.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your
Dude.
age, that time,
Jerry, I think you would like it.
sprinkled with a little D&D.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
It's on Netflix. It's only
Yeah.
8 episodes per season, so there's 3 seasons. The first season's still the best. The third season's the second best. And the second season's good.
All right. Well,
They're all good, though.
Yeah.
When
No,
I-
I'd rank it the same way.
when I go
Yeah.
to night shift, I'll start watching.
Dude, you
There
got
you
to check
go.
it out. I'm
Bring my-
telling you.
Bring my iPad with me.
I am
You can't
telling
fall
you.
asleep.
I am telling you, you will enjoy the shit out of this because
Really?
it's quintessential 80s. They do D&D. They do all that shit, and there's tunes. They do it right. This show is got nominated for a bunch of awards.
Really?
And, oh, yeah. I'm surprised you never heard of it?
Dude, there's 12-year-old kids, and it's set in October.
In 1985?
1985. And what do they go out as? The Ghostbusters.
Yes.
There you go.
All right? And it's legit, man.
Dude, it's awesome. And Winona Ryder's in it. She plays a crazy mom.
Second season, Sean Astin.
You'll like
Goonies.
the police dad. Not
David
dad.
Harbour, yeah.
David Harbour.
He's
He's
police
fucking
chief.
awesome, man.
All right.
He's in a DC movie.
Is he finally?
Well, I'm sorry, in a Marvel movie. He's in
The Eternals.
Black Widow.
Oh, he's in Black Widow.
Yeah.
Black Widow. I haven't seen that one.
Hasn't come
It's
out
not
yet.
out yet.
Oh well, that'd be why.
Oh, speaking of which, let's move on.
Yeah, we can be on that. But seriously, what could
All right.
watch Stranger Things, man?
Things. All right.
Next time you come on the show, I want to hear a recap of all 3
All right.
seasons.
All right.
Yeah, this is what you can
This is
do
your
in
task.
between now and Ozarks.
Yeah. All right.
Dude,
All right.
I guarantee you will like this better than Ozark.
Really?
Oh yeah,
All right.
I don't want to
Yeah.
oversell it.
All right. No overselling.
Ozark was good. This is better.
So D23 happened. Jerry,
What was
if you-
that?
D23.
What is D23? Just so our fans would
D23
understand.
is a little event that happens in Anaheim, and it's basically the Disney version
Of Comic-Con.
Comic-Con.
And you know what? I
Ah.
give it 5 years where it's bigger than Comic Con because they have so much content.
Yeah, if they start pulling, if
If their shows start popping out like they're planning, like when you see the timeline, now the top part's movies, bottom part's shows.
yeah,
It's ridiculous. Excuse me, it's ridiculous what they got coming out. I mean, and they're
Yeah.
only the way I understand it, it's only like 8 episodes a show.
oh, is that it?
Like WandaVision, she kind of spilled the beans. They were doing an interview with her, Olsen, and I think she said it was 6 or 8.
Yeah, well, they have from May of 2020 to November of 2021.
And that's not even counting the Star Wars shows they're going to be popping
These are
up.
these are what are they? Oh, it's Black Widow, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
That's the show.
That's a show.
Bottom part's the show. Top
Yep.
part's the movies.
Exactly. Eternals, November 2020. Shang-Chi is February 2021. That's another show. WandaVision in spring of 2021. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse
Real
of
quick on
Madness.
that, it's supposed to be like a horror flick.
Doctor Strange is in the Doctor Strange.
No, not
that
WandaVision.
We all know.
Oh, Doctor Strange. What?
The Doctor Strange we all know is Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cumberbatch.
No, I'd like that one.
Dude, they're keeping all the characters.
Okay.
Even the animated What If series, because back
What is that? That's all about like there's 23 episodes. They're thinking, and there's 23 films. They're thinking they're going to be doing an episode per film. Somebody told me that.
that might be cool.
That'd be fucking awesome. But what if how like one event in a movie in one of the Marvel movies changed and how it would change the outlook of the movie.
Well, they do.
Well, you would have 4 Spocks then.
Yeah. What if there was only
Wait
one?
for that. Yeah.
Jerry's the watcher. What if there was only one fucking Spock? That would make me happy.
It would make me happy too. I watched. So, now I mentioned Spock. I watched the pilot episode of the first ever Star Trek series.
Oh, yeah.
It's black and white, right?
No, it was
No, it's
color.
not black
it was
and white.
color. It was color.
It was 61 when it came out.
It was on Netflix.
Oh, that's right. I had a moment.
It was really bizarre.
I can have a
Guillermo
moment.
del Toro moment?
Yes, exactly.
Jesus.
It was very bizarre.
Yeah, because
But
the only one that stayed.
But
it was him.
sets a lot of base for a lot of stuff that we're watching now.
Dude, did you watch the very next episode?
Not yet. It's almost.
Dude, the production value goes up immensely.
Yeah.
Like the first episode.
But still those brains, right? They're still dealing with those brain guys.
No, the pilot episode
It's
was
the brain guys.
No, yes,
The brain
But
guys.
It
I haven't
wasn't.
seen
It
it
wasn't.
forever.
It wasn't
Oh, yeah, that's
Kirk.
right.
It was
Pike.
It was Pike.
And
Yeah.
they go to that planet, and to me, that sets the base for everything. Because if you watch some of the movies and the shows later, now they reference this.
Did you
a couple
see the
times.
second season of Discovery?
Yeah, that's in there. That's what I'm
Yes.
saying.
It's brilliant.
It is. So it's all tied in.
They do a great job.
Seriously, I want your link so I can watch it. I am not paying for one fucking show.
You can come to my house, watch anytime.
I will, dude,
All right.
Jerry. As soon as my kids are in college.
Well, that's going to be a while yet. So
I can't get away, man.
It's gonna be like-
this is like my by night to get away.
Yeah. This is your bowling night.
Yeah, exactly.
So just to finish it off, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, May 7th, 2021. Loki, spring 2021. What If?
Loki, as in Thor's asshole brother.
Yeah, but in the Avengers Endgame, you remember he grabbed the cube?
He's still a dickhead.
Yeah, but that's okay.
But
he's adorable, lovable.
But you know what's
charming.
funny?
I think he's an asshole.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny? This is when he was a complete dickhead.
Yes.
So
He's
it's
the
not
worst.
like he was changing through the when he died when he was sticking up for Thor. This is when he was like trying to kill Thor.
Yeah, well,
because he
think
was
about
twisted
that.
by the mind.
Yeah.
Think about how much forgiveness he's gotten.
Yeah.
He's like tried to overthrow Asgard. He overthrew Asgard, or at least took the mantle. He tried to take over the planet Earth, and at the end, like the famous scene, everybody's like, all the Avengers are on him. He's like, I think I'll have that drink now.
And not to get into that, but I love how they did the behind, because I watched it like 10 times since then.
Yeah.
I've always loved how they showed what happened after that scene.
Totally.
Because in the end game, they're like showing what happened right after he said, "I'll take that drink now." I'm like, this is awesome because you never get to see that. You just this
Hulk has to
ending.
take the stairs.
Stairs. Anyway, go on. Where we get
What If? I believe is all an animated series, summer of 2021, where they're getting all the voice actors to do their roles, so they're not just hacking it with fill-ins. Hawkeye, fall 2021, and then in November, Thor: Love and Thunder in 2021.
And they confirmed there are 2 Thors in that movie.
Oh, Jane.
Well, there's
Foster
already
and-
2 Thors now because he fucking goes back in time where the hell it was, and when he.
I don't know what happens. I don't know what happens, but all I know is the director from the last one's
I
in
still
it.
have a problem with that.
with Endgame.
No, it was Fat Thor.
Why?
He's a fucking god. You can't get fat
Why can't he get fat?
because you can't. You're a god.
When you
He's
drink-
not actually technically a god.
Thor's a god of thunder.
He's not technically a god.
He's a god of thunder.
Yes, in the
we-
Marvel universe, he's the god of thunder, but actually, he's just a more advanced race over millions of
Whatever.
years.
You still can't get fat
Why can't he get fat?
because he's not allowed to.
He's not allowed to.
No.
So if he drinks 5 football fields of beer, he's not going to gain weight.
Because he's Thor.
I loved it. I thought it was perfect.
He's not the god of thunder. He's the god of sparkles.
Whatever. He's still a god.
I love the director. They as long as they got. I can't.
Taika Waititi.
I cannot say his name. I'm not even going to try. But he was perfect, and as long as he's involved, and you got Chris Hemsworth, I think it's going to be a fantastic.
Well, he got cast. Taika Waititi actually got cast in another movie. He's going to be in Suicide Squad with Nathan Fillion.
Oh. What was that?
I like Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
fucking girl's hot too.
With Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Margot
my
Robbie.
God. She's a smoke show. What are you kidding me? Whew. Sorry, Charlize.
No, I'd still take Charlize.
Yeah, I know. Me too. But I didn't want to disrespect her by talking about another woman.
Charlize just looks like...
She won't mind. We're not even on her radar. You're good.
She's listening.
Now, here's...
You shut up, Gerry!
Here's a question. It's like a total guy question if we were like young kids. But Charlize Theron in Italian Job. You got Margot Robbie...
In Suicide Squad.
In Suicide Squad. And you got... the fuck is her name? Scarlett Johansson, but in The Island.
That's not a fair question to ask.
No, that's a great question.
The
No, it's
Island.
not, 'cause
you
how
ever
you-
remember her in The Island?
Yes.
Holy shit, she was smoking in
I'm
The
going to
Island.
get my pants off.
I'm going Charlize.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
No, I'm going Scarlett.
Yeah?
In The Island,
she's
dude.
hot.
Yeah.
In The Island, man. And she's even hot as a redhead, too.
Wait, the island's the one with...
With Ian McGregor.
Yeah. Wait,
Were there clones
were
and
they
all
run
that?
out of time?
No, they were in clone. They were
Oh,
clones.
that's right. I can remember. They
Dude,
had
she was smoking it. She's always smoking, but she was really hot in that.
Yeah.
You got to rewatch it. Trust me, you'll choose.
I think I'll change my...
I
Speaking
know you will.
of hot women,
How dare you.
speaking of hot women, I watched Aquaman again the other day.
The redhead.
The redhead's
What's her name?
so Aquaman's mom is hot too.
Oh, Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all took a beat
We got off.
to
We
ponder it.
really got off topic here. But
It's like we went on D&D as kids. We're talking about like we're like 12 years old again.
Remember Shelley Johnson from in 8th grade?
Do you know why I didn't get up in class today? Because I had kind of a boner.
I had to cover it with my trapper keeper.
That's funny.
It traps and keeps.
That goes back to the Eddie Murphy story, Eddie Murphy line when he was telling the jokes about.
Thank you, teacher.
Yeah, when it comes workers probably on the board. No, I'll be okay. I'll sit right here.
Yeah, it's, you know what? He hasn't done stand up in a while. Anyway,
We talked about that. All right, get back to D&D because I want to get
All
to
right.
Star Wars because
All right,
so much.
so Eddie Murphy. Let's go back. We're going to do a little bit of a backtrack. D23. New Star Wars Rise of Skywalker trailer. They started off, it's a walk down memory lane. They show key characters from really pivotal moments from each of the first 1 through 8.
You know what? That's just. See, you know,
I know it's filler, but it got my heart warm and fuzzy.
It's not about that. I have a problem with this because they've approached this with let the past die and all that shit.
That was Ryan Johnson.
But still,
I'm sorry I said his name.
But that's still, yeah, fuck.
It's
that
like
guy.
Thor and Thanos.
I just have
Thanos.
I have a hard time with the whole backward ass series.
Right now, yeah, right now I do because the first two. The first one,
Gerry wants it to be
the
very
first. The
linear.
first one they wanted to be very nostalgic. The second one they said we want
The
to.
second one,
fucking,
which
we just want to
hold
get rid
on.
of fucking
Wait,
everything.
Hold on,
Yeah.
back up. Which first one? The very first?
No,
or the first one? The first one.
the first one at Disney. The first one Disney owned.
Yeah, I got you.
Who's
know.
on first?
Yeah.
Yeah. The first one Disney owned, The Force Awakens. They were very nostalgic with everything they did.
Yes.
Then the last one, they were like, "Fuck it, let's just throw everything away. Let's
Yeah.
make Luke look like an idiot."
When he sucked the tits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, that one sucked.
And then of course they went back to the well of JJ because they're terrified of what the fans are doing. So JJ comes in, writes a fucking script to be more fucking nostalgic.
Yeah.
I have a problem with this because pick a fucking
Elaine.
Elaine.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'd rather have a nostalgic route, but I don't like how it's broken up.
Listen, we've already know that they've screwed the pooch on the second of this last trilogy.
Oh, it's the worst one of the whole movie
Of every
the
one of
9
them.
movies.
Yeah.
I don't know how because critics are morons and they're not true Star Wars fans, and the critics hate true Star Wars fans because they're like it's. Whatever. I'm not getting into it. Let's just move on because I can go fired up.
So now they're bringing it back, right? They're gonna I would prepare yourself for a lot of fan service.
And it should be.
Yes.
God damn it. Fucking they should.
Let me just put
But
this
that's
out
what
here.
the first one was.
And this goes for
Even farther than that.
But
though.
this goes
Yeah.
for, in my opinion, Star Trek, Star Wars, and all those series. So the 3 originals that came out, Star Wars.
Yes.
by far the best.
Agreed. But here's my point. They should keep the last one as the last one. right?
And you wanted to build up to that.
You want to build up to that. We're fucking backwards and forward, and we don't know where we're going now.
You talking about the linear part?
Do you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that part fucks me all up.
Well,
that's where I have a hard time.
It's kind of like Pulp Fiction.
yeah.
Yeah, but do you see where I'm coming from? Like Star Trek does the same shit.
Yeah.
Like lead up to the last one.
The problem is they never expected in the beginning for this to be a big event as it was. And then what it was is then they made a second one that was even better and a third one that was almost as good. And they're like, they had a lull for 30 years and he came back and he's like, what can I do?
Yeah.
And he didn't want to go forward, so he went past. So then when Disney bought it, Disney's like, hey, we want to go forward, but we want to go in a different direction.
Well, Lucas started it with starting New Hope as episode 4.
But was it really episode 4?
In the first scroll.
Right.
I don't think it was. When it first came out of the movies,
I'm with Nick.
I don't see why he would do that, not knowing how well it was going to do.
Right.
I think he did it because he wanted to.
I would love the confirmation. I don't know. I'm not trying to fact check you or nothing.
Yeah.
I just personally would love to know the truth. Like opening weekend, 1978. 7. That's right. There you go.
I get a fact check on you once in a while.
And it was Star Wars fact check too.
That's a good one. I'm going to remember this.
But anyway, 77. If it really said episode 4 opening weekend, I bet
did in the scroll. But then again,
were you there?
Yes,
you weren't there.
You were 3 years old.
I was.
You were 3.
No, dude, I was born in 71.
You were 70.
I was
so you were 6.
You were opening weekend. You weren't.
I don't know if it was opening weekend. I'm sure it wasn't opening weekend, but
you remember 6 years old that it said 4.
I don't remember exactly. And since
because I just say this because we know George has changed it multiple fucking times.
There's a version out there that there's these guys. It took them 3 years to digitally remaster the original.
I know, I saw that
in its original content. That's the one you want to look at.
Yeah, but how do you know
the original Star Wars?
Yeah.
Oh,
because George Lucas remastered it, and he said
because he didn't even know if it was going to work.
Were dead. They deteriorated. They're not even watchable
because he didn't know.
They got back and fixed them.
Yeah,
really.
Someone had a version of it.
The originals aren't dead. It's all for shit.
Well, they're in the Smithsonian.
You think that motherfucker? You think those idiots got rid of them? If he got rid of them, that would be the stupid because they're worth the original content. Well, Disney owns them now. Billions. That original script is because it's changed so much in the last 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
Nobody can say who fucking shot first. We all know who did, but they won't admit it.
Right.
Yep.
But back to the thing.
I killed that motherfucker.
Yeah, right? First.
He straight up killed him like a scoundrel.
Yeah. Anyway, we don't need to get into
all right.
Let's get into
Star
the
Wars Rise of the Skywalker trailer. Start off with all this reminiscent stuff. It's a lot of spliced in images from all the previous from the characters that we know and love from all the previous movies. It is definitely a walk down memory lane, but then it opens up to a shot of like Rey and Chewie and Poe and Finn and 3PO. It looks like the aftermath of the first teaser. Like when she's getting run down, she does that backflip. And,
which Jamie loves so much.
Yeah, I know Jamie hates it. But
hey, Jamie, by the way, if you're listening, Baba Booey.
Yeah, it looks like they're like this ragtag team that like freed a colony from the oppression of maybe a local garrison, and then it looks like they're coming up on this village and they're celebrating because you see these things shooting up in the air that look almost like fireworks.
Right.
And then you see a bunch of rebel ships warping into battle, and then you see that armada of Star Destroyers.
Star Destroyers, not First Order Starship, which is a big thing. And I'm really hoping, I mentioned this earlier, that they introduce maybe Thrawn.
Ugh.
Because, do you know who Thrawn was? He wasn't in any of the movies.
Yeah,
He wasn't in any of the movies. He's a character that was written in one of the offshoot books of an admiral of the Imperial Navy. And he is such a good character.
Yeah.
He's like all
business,
all facts, and he takes all the emotion out of it. And it's fantastic I read a couple things on him, and then Then I watched a couple of the cartoons.
I have a question.
Really, what?
Why do you think C-3PO eyes are red? I have a theory. I have a theory too. But
do you want mine?
No, you go first.
Well,
because I'm only the guest here, so you go first.
That's all right. My theory is that because I think the Emperor is dead, but I think the Emperor is an evil Force ghost.
Yeah.
So I think he stays alive by inhabiting other things. And I think that he inhabits C-3PO. I hope it's not this, but I think that's where they're going.
What's your theory, John?
I don't know. I was just trying to cheat with you guys and look something up real quick and look really smart, but I didn't.
Here's mine. Ready for mine? His check engine light is on.
He needs to change his oil.
He needs an oil change.
Where's his
been 9 episodes. He needs an oil change.
Where's his dipstick?
It's the back end.
C-3PO. His dipstick comes out his ass.
He set that one up perfectly.
Oh, well played, sir. Well played, sir. So there is the red-eyed C-3PO. I think he's just fucking stoned.
That could be. He could be. He's smoking some weed.
He got some
it's legal in many states now, so.
He got some good Dagobah ganja.
Yeah, he got some good weed. He's going to Colorado, so he's good
so
to go.
Tight. R2 said, hey, man, relax. And he pulled out a spliff and then did that thing where he pulls out the lighter.
Lit it. Some fucking blunt.
BB-8 got them all BB baked. The last thing you see is
Rey with the double lightsaber. Well, the lightsaber that goes up twice and then it switches.
Yeah, it folds open.
Yeah, but I think you're more right on point what you just said earlier about how it might be a vision because it just seems blurry a little bit.
I think it's a Dagobah. I could go to the dark side.
It's a blurry a little bit.
Lightsabers. What do you think of the fire one?
Oh, the one with Kylo?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan.
I don't think it's safe.
Yeah, I don't think it's safe.
I never thought any lightsaber was safe. How do you think it's going to light up to go right through the fucking the iron pipe? I'm a little worried about, dude.
It's not very practical.
No, it's not. It's the coolest. It's the coolest weapon in all of movies.
Well, minus your Vorpal sword.
Yeah.
I mean, who beats who could beat
Gerry?
that?
Yeah, of course.
Just saying.
But then you do hear at the very end after. Well, you see two things. You see Kylo and Rey fighting on the
I know where you're going. It's
cliff.
not it's not Luke.
There's a voice
it's
at the end
Emperor, dude.
that it says your journey's near its end.
Yeah, I don't know, John.
Okay. See, he agrees with me. You're wrong.
Could be. Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
Just put your Depends on and wait 3 fucking hours in December because that's how long it's going to take to figure that shit out.
Are you going to go opening weekend? We talked about this. We talked. It's on record.
I know.
You're gonna go, you asshole.
Well, mainly because there's nothing to fucking watch anyway.
That's true.
And,
you can watch Eddie
and
Murphy
you know what?
Saturday Night Live.
You know what? I gotta find the ending.
Yeah,
9 episodes.
You need closure, good or bad.
Yeah, as long as
we can do it at the movie tower and get some chicken wings and beer.
Damn right.
Well, we use all his.
We could do it.
That's AMC.
We could do breakfast and beer.
Yeah,
ooh, I like breakfast and beer.
Yeah, so
steak and eggs.
Yeah,
nice.
Do they have that at the movie tavern?
Well, didn't we get that when we were there last time?
Oh, that's right. We had brunch.
Yeah.
Damn, John.
Yeah,
you go to movies too many times.
Not too
Speaking
many at all.
Speaking of breakfast, I know we're really off topic, but pork roll, scrapple, or sausage?
Sausage. I don't like scrapple.
What?
I don't like scrapple.
It's anti-American.
It's anti-Philadelphia. It doesn't go anywhere else, dude.
Yeah. I was in California, man. They were like, scrapple, what?
Pork roll's amazing.
You go to Maryland, scrapple, what? California.
You go out of here, this like regional area, you're like, do you want what?
For the listeners that don't know, scrapple is basically a gray brick of scrapple.
It's the head of the pig and the tail ground up into it.
It's the lips in the asshole.
And the lips in the asshole, man.
Actually, the best part of the pig.
And it's ground up into a gray loaf, and then you cut it off in very funky because that's the noise it makes. Thunk.
Yes.
Thunk.
Yeah.
And then you grill it up.
That's
Some
why-
people don't know how to cook it.
And you gotta have bacon in that. You gotta have bacon.
No, I bacon too.
Fucking bacon.
But
all the
pork
way.
roll is bacon,
Bacon's pretty
basically.
good.
Just
I know, but it's a
thicker.
different kind of bacon. I do bacon.
Center cut bacon's pretty good.
Yeah.
Thick cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, thick cut. Always thick cut.
Yeah, dude, they have a farmer's market down the street. You know Pete.
Oh,
Yeah, Pete.
their scrapple's amazing down at the
Dude,
farmer's
the
market.
Scrapple's good, and their bacon is ridiculous.
Is it really?
You know what? Here's kind of screwed up. I go in there. There's no
Their
refrigeration.
corn is great, dude.
Their corn, all their stuff's
They're
good.
so sweet.
They
Man.
have,
it's
they have the donuts with bacon on top.
Do they really?
Oh, yeah.
They have
Wait,
pizza
that's
bacon.
the Amish market, right?
That's what I'm talking about.
No, we're talking about Pete's.
Oh, Pete's. Oh, yeah. Pete's has good corn.
Yeah, Pete's
Yeah.
has good corn. But they have, dude, Gerry, if you go in there, not even refrigerated is bacon. And first of all, I was like, dude, someone's got to tell somebody because this shit's going to go bad. Turns out, bacon isn't supposed to go bad when it's.
Well, it's kind of like it's
cured.
It's cured meat. It's just
Yeah.
it's like eating beef jerky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, they got.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Fucking A, man.
They got this bacon. It's peppered and it's thick and it's delicious. I remember the first time I got it was when I was on this streak. Cindy had us eating turkey bacon. What the fuck is that?
Yeah,
It's
Just
healthy,
eat
healthy
bacon.
fucking bacon. It's not.
Oh,
it's not
dude.
bacon. If it,
It
ain't
doesn't
from
even-
a fucking pig, it's not
It
bacon.
doesn't even cook right. So
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I'm going on this run of turkey bacon, and I'm like cooking it, and it's like, why the fuck are you even cooking it? Just put it in a microwave and heat it up.
Or
I'm
just throw
cooking
it in a
it.
trash can.
There's no grease. There's no nothing. I'm just looking at this goddamn thing, waiting for it to stiffen up. And then I'm like, all right, here it is. So then I go and I get this bacon, this glorious bacon, and I put it in the pan. And dude, when I'm done, it's got about a 1/4 inch of bacon grease in the bottom, and it's popping and hissing. And I'm like,
it probably really sucked, but it's like the first real bacon he's had in months. So
It was,
didn't really
dude.
matter.
No, it was glorious, man. Glorious. Anyway, we did go on
It's
it.
like drinking Miller
we
Lite
really
for
got
6
off
months.
topic on that one.
yeah. But if on a desert island,
Desert Island?
sausage.
I'm going with pork roll.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, you're legit.
Love
man.
Taylor pork roll.
Desert Island, Scarlett Johansson.
No, that wasn't a choice. That wasn't
Covered
a
in
choice.
pork
You said
roll.
Desert
All right,
Island.
okay.
You never clarified.
No, John added that. John added that part to
And
it.
my Asian name would be John.
Scarlett Johansson in a pork roll bikini.
You need to get the video running because the facial expressions are what's doing it for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
All right, so I think we're all excited about Rise of Scar.
We are. I just.
Trailer.
I have my hesitations.
I'm
because
excited
of that
about
one.
Thanksgiving because I love eating turkey.
But you know what's coming out around Thanksgiving? The Mandalorian.
Very good segue. Very good segue, Nicholas.
I don't know how good it was.
It's coming out November 12th.
It is around
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
So The Mandalorian, yet another D23 trailer that
Looks
dropped.
awesome. Looks like a Western. I like it.
Looks badass.
But you know what? I'm a little worried that that looks like a Western. We've always talked about an Obi-Wan movie being a Western. A show.
Yeah.
How are you going to get away from that?
Well, we'll get to that, right? So with The Mandalorian, opening November 12th, it looks still legit, man. They start off real ominous, real dark. I mean, the first thing you see is a bunch of stormtrooper helmets in the sand
What's
and
the
on
one
pikes.
thing? What's the one thing you see that really sets the tone for it all?
The dude in the fucking carbon.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was right there, baby. I was like, apparently, after Han gets put in there, that's like a thing.
Oh, really?
It becomes like that's where they.
That's how you store them.
That's how you store it.
Oh, shit.
You know,
That's
I read up on that.
amazing.
I was like, that set it. I mean, granted, everything else looks cool, but that was like, I caught that. Fuck yeah.
But he's not a Fett.
No,
Okay.
he's not a Boba Fett.
Okay.
He's a Mandalorian.
Okay.
Boba Fett killed one of the Mandalorians supposedly and took his armor.
Oh, I never knew that.
Mandalorian was a planet, and in the planet,
Yeah.
there's they all have this. There was tribal things, but they all wear these armors because they had a big war with the Jedi, and they created these armors to fight the Jedi hundreds of years ago.
No shit.
So all the armor and stuff they have, like the slingshots, the certain things, is to fight off Jedi.
No shit. That makes so much sense now. And you know what? But that sucks because Boba Fett kind of went out like a bitch. But I guess if he wasn't a true Mandalorian,
but his dad didn't go out like a bitch. His dad like fought off Obi-Wan.
Yeah, and then got his head cut off by
Mace, because Mace was
Windu.
a badass. Mace beat the fucking Emperor.
Dude.
If it wasn't for Anakin coming at the last second, then, Mace would have fucking killed the Emperor.
Damn, I think
Yoda wouldn't even have done that.
Yeah, no shit, man.
So Mace was the baddest of the bad.
He was what? Bad motherfucker.
He was. He was.
I heard he had that inscribed on his lightsaber hilt.
Did you know?
Yeah, he had BMF.
Really?
Did you know that he actually asked to be in the Star Wars movie?
Really?
Yeah. Because somebody asked him on a late night show one time, and he goes, I don't know how it came up because they were doing an interview with him, and he's like, would you? So I said, man, yeah, hell yeah, I'll be in Star Wars. And then Lucas found out about it, and he was filming something, and Lucas said, and it was right by Lucas Franch, he goes, why don't you stop over? We'll have a conversation.
Yeah.
And he actually made the Mace character specifically for him.
It's cool. It does take you out a little bit, but it's a cool character.
Oh, he's an awesome character.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I wish they would have developed more on the Mace character. Because when you really get into it and you think about how powerful and how unique his character was compared to all the other Jedi, he was not a typical Jedi. He was more of a, if there was ever a Jedi to teeter between the dark force and the light, it was him because of his brooding style and the way he fought. Supposedly his fighting style was more of like a Sith.
Yeah.
It was a version of the Sith fighting style.
Oh, that might have been why he got the upper hand on the Emperor.
Yeah. So it was interesting.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Who knows? There might be a Mace Windu prequel that comes up.
Nah, I doubt it. Because by the time that happens, he's like 65 now.
Nah, but they'll cast a young Mace Windu. They cast a young Anakin. I mean, a young everybody.
Obi-Wan was willing to do it because Allen Guinness was so old when he started. You can't. Samuel L. Jackson is a quintessential character.
That's true.
I mean, could you imagine another guy in Pulp Fiction doing what he did?
No.
Exactly. No. It's Samuel L. Jackson.
No. Maybe.
He's a badass, man.
No.
No, exactly. I couldn't.
But did you see IG-88?
What?
IG-88. He was one of the original bounty hunters that was on the Death Star when they were lining up bounty hunters.
Yeah.
And he's a robot.
No, lining up on the Death Star.
Yeah, they had everybody when he was like, who brought those bounty hunters?
Yeah, that wasn't on a Death Star, man.
That was on
Star Destroyer.
Yeah, it was one of their destroyer ships. Yeah,
you motherfucker.
See, you trying to get one over on me, motherfucker.
He just fact checked you.
I did. I was trying not to pull it out that it was a fact check.
Pull it out.
All right, so that's a nice way to segue into the announcement that Ewan McGregor came out on stage to Kathleen Kennedy, and she asked him formally in front of thousands of people, are you taking on the role of Obi-Wan Kenobi? And which he says yes. And the crowd,
dude, I would have came in my pants. It
was like an Oprah giveaway, man. It was like, because
you got to admit, out of the prequels, the only thing that truly came out of that was worthwhile, he was
it,
fucking awesome, man. He was better than Allen Guinness.
Alec,
sorry. Yeah. Whatever, that snobby motherfucker that didn't want to be in
the one that made $90 million.
Didn't want to be in Star Wars at the time. But he was better than that. When I think of Obi-Wan Kenobi, I don't think of Allen Guinness anymore.
And know what they're calling it? Kenobi, not Obi.
Yeah, thank fucking God.
So that's coming out actually November 12th, 2020.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
This is on Ryan Johnson.
Does it have to do with pork and select
Ryan
meats?
Johnson. Why does that motherfucker really want to antagonize the fans?
Dude, here's the thing about that. I haven't seen anything announcement-wise. Nothing on D23 of him taking on whatever, blah, 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 blah. It's like, saw a big panel with all the things that are happening in the next 3 years for Marvel. Saw everything that's happening in the foreseeable future for Disney, for Star Wars. I didn't hear shit about Ryan Johnson.
But I told you about him releasing those tweets like a week or two ago, and it's like, this motherfucker, I think he thrives on this shit.
Yeah, come on, he's a troll.
He is a fucking troll. I can't stand this dude.
All right, so that's coming out. Everybody's going bananas, rightfully so. It's going to be awesome, and it's actually going to be here sooner than we think. Shifting gears, Marvel, of course, owned by Disney.
It's not really shifting too much.
No, but they came in force. Posters were released. Falcon and the Winter Soldier poster was released. The
WandaVision poster, which was funny. I heard it's going to be more like a comedy.
Really?
That's the rumor. I'm not saying it's
It
true.
looks like a 50s advertisement.
Well, that's why I'm saying. I think it's going to be. I think there's going to be some action in it. Of course, they're superheroes, but I think
Yeah.
that could be unique because they're both dry characters.
Yeah, they need some levity. They're pretty serious.
And they're going to have levity in it. I think the girl that's the queen of Asgard now, she's in it.
Tessa Thompson's character, Valkyrie.
And I'm assuming it's going to start out in...
The Valkyrie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's going to start out in...
Norway?
No, it's going to start out down in... where Black Panther is, because...
Which one?
Where Black Panther is, because
WandaVision.
Because her sister was downloading...
Suri was recreating
was downloading
his brain,
Vision's Matrix, and
Yeah.
nobody knows if she finished downloading it or not.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just came out with both barrels. They also announced the Moon Knight
What is
series.
Moon Knight?
So Moon Knight was a comic that I remember when I was a kid. It's basically this guy who took on, I don't know it very well, but I'm if I'm remembering correctly, he was gifted these powers. I think they have a connection with ancient Egypt, and he's basically like Batman, only all white instead of all black. And
Speaking of all white, did you see the Phillies uniforms over the weekend?
They're black. They're all black.
Well, they're all black, but the Marlins were all white. It annoyed the hell out of me.
That bug you?
So how do you go from Marvel to...
He said all white.
I'm kidding. I'm
There's a carnival going on up
popped
there.
in my head.
And you got to pick the one sport that's like the boringest sport.
Oh, I hate watching
What?
baseball.
Oh, did I? No. You don't love baseball, do you?
I do.
Yeah. It makes me want to take a nap.
Exactly, dude.
I played baseball when I was a kid.
I think watching paint dry, and that's not a joke, is more intriguing.
Dude, I love going to a game,
Yeah.
grabbing some beers, eating a couple hot
Yeah,
dogs.
because you're socializing.
Yeah.
It's nothing about the game.
I love it. No, the game's going on. You check in with the game, but you're right. There's a largely
It's just
social
socializing.
aspect.
The fucking game doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, we're going tomorrow.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's what's it? It's not what's it? What's the field called now?
What?
Citizens Bank.
It's still
Seriously?
Citizens Bank.
Citizen Bank Park. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you act like I go to baseball games all the time.
I'm
This
just
is
saying
my-
you live in the Philadelphia area.
Well, this is
not
like my
this is-
7th game this season.
But they change all the time. Like how
No,
many
they
times?
don't.
No,
They
they
change
change
it.
it when they rebuild it.
It's like 20, 30, 20,
Are
20
you
30
kidding me?
years, dude.
What's the one in Camden been called?
What? There's nothing in Camden.
You don't think there's a theater
The one
in
with
Camden?
What? BB&T Center?
It's You know what it was when
That's for music venue.
Yeah, you don't think they have music venues?
We're talking about sports here.
There's still places where there's still venues where you go to see entertainment, not just sports.
Gerry, this is why we don't talk about sports on this show.
I kind of.
Do you think that they don't change hands and change ownership?
Yes.
The sports venues?
They do. They do.
Yeah, I'm sure
the,
they
The Wachovia Center.
I'm sure they do, but
change.
they don't change. The only time they really change the name is when the sponsorship changes.
Yeah.
It's like it used to be the Wachovia Center. Now it's the Wells Fargo
Actually, it used to
Center
be the
because-
Fuck You Center. It used to be a bunch of shit.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's because the banks keep buying each other out.
What are you guys looking at me like I got horns on my head for?
They're never not going to call the link the link.
Why not?
Because there's no place called the link.
What do you don't think Lincoln Financial can be bought out as a bank?
I guess it could be.
And then what would happen? They would keep it on because it's sentimental?
Financial, I guess.
One of these days.
One of these days, yeah.
Then we won't be in this basement anymore.
No, we'll be broadcasting from the financial stadium.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. So the other thing that they announced was She-Hulk is coming out.
She-Hulk?
Yeah,
it doesn't
how do you
sound
guys
good.
feel about this?
I
I don't know what that
feel
even
good.
is.
So
I feel
She-Hulk-
skeevy. I feel Marvel is really stretching.
Is that like Hulk's wife?
No, it's not Hulk's wife.
Because I don't like Banner.
Is this like his
I never figured Banner would be the kind of guy that wants to.
Is it his assistant that tries the same thing he did or something?
So it's his. I believe I didn't really follow.
I'm just going back to the 3 spots thing.
That much when I was.
Well, there's 2 Lokis now, so you're.
I think she's like Bruce Banner's cousin.
So she drank the juice too.
She got some gamma. She got some gamma radiation.
Why do you fucking do that? Why? Why?
Well,
why?
Because he's super famous now.
Yeah, but I get it. But why are we fucking? Why?
I get it. I don't understand it either. It sounds stupid to me too.
Yeah, but she's a woman.
But you know what?
I have no problem with. I love females. Okay, I love all women. But my point is, why are we fucking doing this? The Hulk's the Hulk. Now they have the She-Hulk. Like,
yeah.
I'll give Marvel. I'll give Marvel a pass. They haven't fucking ruined anything for me yet, so I'll give them a pass.
So, and this is not even coming from a chauvinistic place. We've talked about this.
Not in the least. I love females.
We talked about this over and over again.
All shapes and forms.
But I think there's, but I think there is definitely a knee-jerk reaction to a lot of the Me Too stuff. And I think some of the knee-jerk reaction...
What, Endgame, where they all stood there while all the men were nowhere near it?
And I feel like we beat this thing to death.
No, I'm going to keep beating it because it pisses me off.
I think that
because it's bullshit.
Don't beat it because you're pissed off.
Then I bought a fucking movie, and that fucking thing, they actually have end credit thing about it. And I'm like, are you serious? Yeah, you didn't see that?
No.
They had like, when you buy the movie.
When the She-Hulk breaks out of her clothes, you see her titties?
No.
So that
How dare you?
You see Banner's titties?
Oh my goodness!
How are they different,
Jerry, seriously,
this is modern day society.
So what happens? She has a big bra on automatically?
Of course.
You're ruining me for me, dude, Jerry.
No. So anyway, She-Hulk, it's happening. Just get used to it.
I don't get it.
Deal with it, Jerry.
I don't get it.
All right.
What if She-Hulk and Hulk had sex and there was a baby?
It'd be Baby Hulk.
I'm sure we'll find out in 10 years.
Hulk gets way out of the womb.
What? Is he only the Baby Hulk when the Baby Hulk
will come out? The Spock.
But if the Baby Hulk isn't mad, what is he?
I don't know.
See, there's all kinds of questions there.
Yeah,
Jerry, you ponder me. You just
you can keep us thinking.
All kinds of questions.
It just keeps going.
Yeah. So She-Hulk is happening, and Moon Knight. So last but not least, I would get into the Ava DuVernay's The Eternals. They showed up. You saw some things in D23.
Oh yeah. Jon Snow.
Jon Snow.
I would say his name, but most people probably won't know Kit Harington. Kit Harington's going to be in the Eternals, and I don't know the character. You know,
Black Knight.
You know him a little better than us.
Yeah, he rode a Pegasus, had a sword, had a black and gold helmet.
Is he a good guy or a bad guy?
He's a good guy, but kind of lame.
But John's lame.
But it's like, oh, by the way, he's a armor-wearing knight that wields a sword.
Sounds like Dungeons and Dragons to me.
Maybe we should hire somebody who just played an armor-wielding...
But you know what's funny? Iron Man was kind of lame before they did what they did.
Hey, hopefully they'll be able to do something.
You know what? I'm telling you right now, Marvel gets a fucking pass. Now, if we were talking Star Wars, they don't get a fucking pass.
It's
all or nothing, man. This is rolling the fucking dice.
I know. They just got to be careful, man. I mean, they're very, I feel they're overconfident right now. And they're like, whatever we put out is going to print money. And it's hard to argue that it hasn't worked. But I think they're kind of, we'll see what happens.
No, you're wrong. It's going to be fine. Except for She-Hulk. They're fucked up there.
I'm not going to watch She-Hulk.
No, I'm not going to watch She-Hulk either.
All right. So we have all this stuff happening in the Marvel camp. DC. Nathan Fillion and Taika Waititi, we talked about this, joint Suicide Squad. But the Joker landed an R rating.
What? That's good.
DC's first R-rated.
That is fantastic,
superhero movie.
actually, because the Joker should be R-rated.
Yeah, it's
because he's fucking crazy.
Well, he is crazy. I agree with that.
It's for
And
violence.
a guy that's being crazy. I mean, it's a shame Heath Ledger passed away because I don't know how anybody could be a better Joker than him. But a Joker movie should be R-rated. Should be a hard R.
I'm definitely going to watch that.
Yeah, I watch that.
Yeah.
So Joker lands an R rating, and it's really for violence, sexual content, and disturbing behavior.
Well,
and that's just
every
good.
day of my life. So
Yeah. How many Jokers do you lock up today, Gerry?
None today, but there's been others.
What's your area? Well, we'll talk offline.
Yeah,
I
we'll talk offline.
I don't want to say it on the air.
Yeah. And then that's it for the news. And I think that's all we have for the show.
That's all we have for the show.
Yeah, that's all we have for the show. The only thing that I'm looking forward to watching, by the way, is, even though it's getting shitty reviews, is Carnival Row.
I saw that, the Orlando Bloom thing.
Yeah.
Oh, fact check. Come on.
Wait,
Fact check Orlando Bloom.
Before you
What about
fact,
him?
Who is he dating or married to?
Oh, I mistakenly...
Come on. Bring it out.
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry. That's it.
Yes.
Motherfucker.
hold on,
Dude, I was just looking at his Wikipedia.
I just had a thought come into my mind.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving turkey,
I thought it left.
deep fried with pork roll on it.
Pork roll. Jesus Christ.
You imagine that? That would be yummy. A deep fried turkey with pork
I don't
roll.
think you need to put deep fry it.
So, bake it
No, you deep fry turkey.
and then put pork roll on top.
You think?
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm getting hungry right now.
My left arm is tingling. like I'm about to have a heart attack thinking about that.
Sorry, they got pills for that now.
That's right. You know how they put the pineapples on it with the cherries on the hams? You got to put
Just sprinkle it on there.
Yeah, put the pills on top of the pineapple.
You put
sprinkle them on
Lipitor.
Yeah, eat this.
Sprinkle on there.
Yeah,
Sprinkle the Lipitor on there. Just sprinkle on there. It's just sprinkles. It's just sprinkles.
All right. So our Lipitor laden turkey for this Thanksgiving is on the menu, and I don't think it's going to get better than that, gentlemen, for sure. So I'm going to call it for this week's episode. So Gerry, thanks again for joining us.
It's always a pleasure, and I still miss Jamie.
Wait. Jerry should. What he should be
This is
missing
my
is
fifth
his
show.
cake, man.
I know.
Sixth. You're sixth.
Sixth?
You're
No,
sixth.
fifth.
No. I thought he got his fifth last time.
I'll do the math.
Well, we'll figure it out. But
Do the
I'm
math,
still
'cause I
waiting
thought he
for
got
my
his cape. I thought
I
the big
still
thing
need
was
my
the cape.
golden cape, my
I
Shooter
thought-
McGavin
That's
cape.
the
Dude,
fifth.
I thought about it you're right. It's definitely 5-timer.
Is
It
it-
gets the cape.
Yeah.
I thought about it on the way home from work today, and I was thinking maybe I should stop in the Goodwill and see if they have a gold colored cape. And then I was like, nah, do it proper. So the cape's on the way.
I love it.
All right. So thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you again, Gerry.
Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you, Nicholas.
Absolutely.
For joining us for this week's episode of the Nick, John, and Jamie Show. Please be sure to subscribe to our show. We're on iTunes and Google Play and Stitcher and Spotify and YouTube. And if you're digging the show, subscribe. You can also follow us on Twitter at NJJ Show, Instagram at NJJ Show. And if you are on the Facebooks, search the Nick, John, and Jamie Show and follow our page. Thanks again, everybody, and have a marvelous week.